Hey man, listen, okay? It wasn't pretty, but I'll take a Bears win any day of the week. The Chicago Bears beat the Titans by a score of 24-17 at home to go to 1-0 on the season. They did not score a single offensive touchdown the entire game, but the defense and the special teams carried the Chicago Bears to a victory, very reminiscent of a early 2000s Bears game. Now, if you guys want to go to any Bears games this year or any sporting events in general, I have the perfect option for you guys to buy your tickets. SeatGeek is actually the sponsor of today's video, and they are the #1 rated ticketing app on the marketplace. They have over 28 million downloads. A lot of people have used them. I've used this app myself and have used it to buy Bears tickets for the upcoming season. They have over 70,000 events on their app, including sporting events, obviously, but also concerts, festivals, you name it. You could probably find the event on SeatGeek. And as I mentioned, I will be going to a couple Bears games this year from tickets I bought via SeatGeek, and the one I'm looking forward to the most probably is the one against the Vikings, which is later in the season, but that's going to be a hell of a game to go to. JJ McCarthy might be playing in that game. That's going to be a fun atmosphere to be at. And the reason why I love SeatGeek is because they put all the tickets across the web in one place to make sure you're getting a good deal. Each ticket is rated on a scale of 1 to 10, so if you look for the green dots, these are good deals. The red dots are bad deals, so they really look out for you in terms of value finding. And you guys know it came through for you. If you use my promo code DaWindyCity at checkout, you get $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek. That's $20 off your first purchase on SeatGeek with code DaWindyCity. What's going on, guys? I'm back with another Chicago Bears post-game reaction video, which I'll be doing after every single Bears game this year, win or lose. And I'm sure you guys noticed by now, but I have a new setup in the back. I made a new wall in the back to kind of give you guys more of a Bears fan cave type of feel to the back of my videos. I feel like it was very plain beforehand, so I put some Bears memorabilia up in the back. You got the football there, you got a Kanye West bear right there, you got a Bears helmet right there. So I hope you guys like the new setup. I will be adding more things to the back throughout the season as well, but getting into this game, guys, this was the most Chicago Bears game ever, okay? A game in which your quarterback did not even pass for 100 passing yards. He looked pretty bad this entire game. He's a rookie though, so obviously I'm not going to freak out about it. And in his first game ever, like, I'll talk about Caleb in a little bit, but I'm not going to hit the panic button over Caleb being bad in the first game because it was just game #1. But yeah, the offense did not do shit the entire game. We did not score a single offensive touchdown. And if not for our dominant defense and special teams, we would have lost this game by 24 plus, 30 plus. Like, the offense was so bad in this game. So the fact that our defense was so freaking good that they scored touchdowns themselves, that our special teams also scored a touchdown themselves. Shout out Jonathan Owens, Simone Biles' husband. He's no longer going to be known as only Simone Biles' husband. Now he's going to be known as Jonathan Owens to us Bears fans for scoring the Bears' first touchdown of the season. So again, as I mentioned earlier, it was very reminiscent of an early 2000s Bears game in which, you know, we had Rex Grossman sometimes doing absolutely nothing for us while, you know, defense scored a touchdown, special teams scored a touchdown. The only bad play from the special teams today was probably Velus Jones muffing that kickoff return, which at this point, guys, Velus should never return a punt or a kick ever again for the Chicago Bears. First of all, because DeAndre Carter did so well returning kicks and punts. So it seems like we found somebody in DeAndre Carter that can be our full-time return man, which is pretty cool. But I do not want to see Velus returning anything ever again, okay? I've had it with this guy. It's year 3 now. You cannot be making the same mistakes you made in year 1 and year 2, especially with the Bears actually trying to compete for a playoff spot this year. So very disappointing stuff out of Velus Jones, but besides him, the special teams were fantastic. DeAndre Carter did have a couple big-time kickoff and punt returns in this game. Some of them were negated by penalties on special teams, which was pretty bad and pretty annoying, but besides that, the return game was pretty solid. Torrey Taylor was amazing in this game, okay? He had multiple booming punts down the field. We had to use him a lot in this game with how bad the offense was, and Cairo Santos also was fantastic. He nailed multiple field goals, including 2 that were almost 50 yards. One was 50 plus, the other was like 48 yards or so, so Cairo was pretty damn good as well. So special teams, all in all, besides for Velus, just played a hell of a game, and they were a big reason why the Chicago Bears won this game, okay? If not for that blocked punt and the return by Jonathan Owens, the Bears would have never gotten started making the comeback, okay? We were down big at that point, and Jonathan Owens helped make that comeback for us. So hell of a game by the special teams, hell of a game by the Chicago Bears defense as well. I'm going to talk about them first. I'll talk about the good first and then get to the bad, the offense, afterwards. But my God, man, like I had expected this defense to be one of the best in football this year. Like I've been saying it, that it's going to be a top 10, top 5 defense. I expected them again to get, a lot of turnovers this year, a lot of interceptions, sacks, all that good stuff. But I did not think they could carry a game in this manner, okay? A game in which, again, your offense provided you with literally nothing. Nothing at all. No run game, no passing attack. They could not move the ball down the field whatsoever. But the defense got 3 turnovers, okay? They had the strip sack that Darrell Taylor got. They got that pick 6 by Tyreek Stevenson. And they also got the game-clinching interception by Jalen Johnson. And talking about each of those plays, guys, Darrell Taylor's strip sack, I mean, this guy had a hell of a debut for the Chicago Bears. He had 2 sacks, including one for a forced fumble, that strip sack, which I gotta say, man, like he reminded me so much of a different number 52 making his debut. I was like, is that Khalil Mack out there in the 52 again for the Chicago Bears? Because Darrell Taylor had a hell of an impact in this game. And for Ryan Poles to only trade a 6th-round pick for this guy, talk about an instant return on investment. I mean, this guy had a really, really good game. Obviously, he was helped by, Matt Eberflus blitzing on certain occasions, which, Eberflus called a hell of a game, okay? Throwing pressure Will Levis's way just at the right times in the second half. So the blitzes, sending extra guys obviously helped Darrell Taylor actually get those sacks, but to actually, get his hands in there for the forced fumble, that really changed things for the Chicago Bears and helped them make that comeback. So really good debut by Darrell Taylor. Really good pick 6 also by Tyreek Stevenson in this game, which I have to say, that was a extremely stupid throw, extremely stupid play by Will Levis. He was about to get sacked. He just throws the ball up, and Tyreek Stevenson, being the interception machine that he is, swoops in there like a hawk for a game-changing touchdown. Right after that, the Bears actually complete a pass on the 2-point conversion. Caleb gets one into DeAndre Swift on the easy short throw there. So the Bears go up by a full touchdown because of Tyreek Stevenson pouncing on that ball. And Tyreek played a hell of a game the entire game today. He locked up Calvin Ridley on multiple occasions. So, really good coverage by Tyreek and really good play there, playmaking skills. And then obviously Jalen Johnson on the last play of the game for the Titans. I think Will Levis was just trying to throw one up there, and Jalen pounces to the ball first and gets the game-clinching interception. He also could have had another interception in the first half where I believe that was Calvin Ridley that beat him down the field. Or was it D-Hop? I think it might have been Calvin Ridley. But yeah, Ridley had him beat, but Will Levis kind of underthrew that ball. So Jalen Johnson did have a chance to make a play on that ball, but could not come down with the interception. But thankfully, he got one in the second half. And guys, any game in which your defense gets 3 turnovers is a very, very good game in terms of forcing turnovers. And also the fact that they did have how many sacks? Let me pull up their official sack numbers in this game, but the Bears had 3 sacks in this game, and honestly it felt like they had a lot more because they were getting consistent pressure, especially in that second half. Jervon Dexter had a big time QB hit. Montez Sweat almost got through to the quarterback a couple times. DeMarcus Walker also had a QB hit. So like, we were hitting Will Levis pretty hard. We only recorded 3 actual sacks, but it kind of felt like we had 5 or 6 sacks with how much pressure our defensive line was getting in this game. So that's a big cause of optimism for the Chicago Bears, that our D-line was so good in this game. Like, we were dominating things in the second half. And I know the Titans offensive line does have their own issues. They had a rookie starting at left tackle. They had a bad right tackle. So I'm not trying to take away too much from this game, but our D-line could be, a lot better than Bears fans were thinking it was going to be entering the season because of a performance like this one. And linebackers, man, super solid in this game. TJ Edwards had a number of really good tackles in which he wrapped up around the ball carrier, brought them down immediately. Jaquan Brisker had a big, I think it was in the first quarter, a big time play against the run. Andrew Billings had a couple nice plays against the run and also some pressure as well. The big boy getting pressure. Yeah, Andrew Billings got multiple pressures in this game too. So very, very exciting stuff from the Chicago Bears defense. If they play like this the entire season, they are going to be a top 5 defense, maybe even number 1 defense if they can keep this up against other competition. So hats off to the Chicago Bears defense. But talking about the Bears offense now, talking about the bad, that was a bad debut out of Caleb. There's no sugarcoating it, obviously. Like, I tell you guys how I see it, and yes, Caleb was not good in this game, but he was not the only person that was bad on the offense. The blocking up front was putrid. Our interior got cooked the entire game, which I was really worried about entering this game, that going up against Jeffrey Simmons and T'Vondre Sweat, how are we going to block them? And the answer was we couldn't block them, okay? The entire game, they were destroying our interior, and especially for a rookie quarterback, it is extremely difficult if you always have the interior pressure. Like, Caleb was very jittery in the pocket in this game, partly because of how bad the interior blocking was. Like, he probably did not trust his O-line to block for him eventually with how bad they were at points in this game. And yes, certain plays were definitely on Caleb. Like, that 19-yard sack cannot happen in that first half. Caleb was scrambling around trying to make something out of nothing, but this is the NFL, and you cannot always just escape out of sacks like you could in college football, right? So on that play, Caleb had to go down a little bit earlier and not take the gigantic loss to basically derail our drive. We could have had a field goal on that drive, but that took us out of field goal range. So that was a bad play by Caleb. There was also a bunch of other bad plays by Caleb where he was missing throws down the field. He missed one to Keenan Allen wide open. He missed some across the field and was just, he was not at his best in this game. But again, he is a rookie quarterback, and I'm telling you guys, like, I know some Bears fans are going to freak out about this. They're going to be like, oh, here we go again. The Bears drafted a bad quarterback. He cannot even complete the most simple passes. But guys, I've been saying it all along, okay? A rookie quarterback is still going to be a rookie quarterback no matter how good of a prospect he was coming out. If you go back in history, rookie quarterbacks generally do terrible in their first start, and usually their entire first year, they are not that good. Now, I think that Caleb can be pretty good still in his rookie year because of the supporting cast we have around him, which should be better going forward, I hope. But the first game can be really tough on a rookie, especially if you don't have great pass protection up front, and if you cannot run the ball at all in this game. I was so concerned with the Bears' lack of running game in this one. We could not run the ball for shit until the fourth quarter, okay? DeAndre Swift only had 30 rushing yards in this game. He averaged 3 yards per carry. DJ Moore had a big end around run. Velus Jones had 2 carries. Travis Homer had 2 carries. Herbert had 2 carries. But the Bears only had 84 rushing yards in this game. And again, a lot of this came in the fourth quarter when we were ahead. So when the Bears had to run the ball early, they could not, partly because of putrid blocking on the perimeter and also on the inside, okay? All those plays to the outside, the running plays, were getting blown up immediately. And again, for a rookie quarterback, I said in my pregame prediction, like, it's very, very important to have a strong run game, and the Bears did not have a strong run game to complement the quarterback. So it's just like, we did not put Caleb in a good position to be successful in this game, even though we have all those fantastic shiny weapons on the outside. You know, it does not matter if you cannot block for shit, and the Bears cannot block for shit in this game. And as I mentioned, Caleb also had his fair share of bad rookie mistakes, which should be cleaned up moving forward. We should have had one offensive touchdown though. Keenan Allen dropped one right through his hands in the end zone, which I was like, what the hell are you doing, Keenan Allen? Like, we're paying you $20 million per year, whatever he's getting for this year. Like, we traded for you to make these catches that our other receivers cannot make, and you cannot even make the most easy catch there. Obviously, it's only one game. I'm not freaking out about that, and Keenan is still going to be a big part of this offense going forward, but that was a pretty bad drop. And again, everything that could go wrong for the Bears offense went wrong in this game. Terrible blocking, plays getting blown up, cannot convert a 3rd and short to save our lives. Even on 3rd and 1, we could not convert those in this game. So very disappointing effort by the offense, but again, it's only one game. If they're like this by week 6, week 7, then yes, it is time to hit the panic button probably, but as of right now, I'm not freaking out too much, even though it was pretty disappointing. I do want to talk about Rome Odunze's first catch, though, in the NFL, because that shit was so funny, okay? Caleb threw a pass which got deflected. It just went up in the air, which a lot of Caleb's passes got deflected in this game. Not a good thing, but yeah, that pass got deflected up in the air, and Rome Odunze jumps for it like they're playing 500 in the backyard or something, and he comes down with the catch, starts running down the field, but then forgot who on the Titans defense just basically peanut punches the ball away and he fumbles, but thankfully somebody on the Bears jumped on that. Forgot who it was. Was it Cole Kmet? Forgot who it was, but somebody on the Bears jumped back on that. But that was the most Looney Tunes type of play I've ever seen. Like, somebody has to play some circus music to the background of that play because it was so damn funny. But yeah, what a way to get your first catch in the NFL and also your first career fumble too in the NFL. But yeah, let me know what you guys think about this game down below in the comments. It's really good that we got this W because next week is going to be very difficult against the Texans on Sunday Night Football. I'm kind of nervous now for that game. Like, how is Caleb and the offense going to do on the road on primetime television with how bad they did in this game? We're going to have to figure some stuff out this week in practice and hopefully get a better game plan so we don't score 0 offensive touchdowns again. You can't win every game only scoring 0 offensive touchdowns, only scoring from defensive and special teams touchdowns. That cannot happen every single week. So we have to get something figured out on the offense. But I do want to give a lot of credit again to the Bears defense and the Bears special teams for still finding a way to win this, because being down 17 is not easy. It's not easy to come back from that, especially with your offense doing absolutely nothing. So I was so pumped to watch the Bears win this game. Again, would have been more exciting if the Bears offense did something, but a win is a win. I will take a win any day of the week. Leave your comments down below. As always, bear down.